Today we're going to look at moving your databases to an online location. Now there's lots of advantages of moving your database online. Mainly you can access your data from different devices by using cloud programs such as Dropbox or iCloud, and this allows you to work on the data on one computer and then allowing it to sync with a copy on the internet, and then when you open a different computer it will update the copy that you have on that computer. So it's very handy, and it's also more secure than keeping your data on a hard drive where a system failure can cause you to lose everything. So let's go through the process of moving the data. Now when you open the program it'll look like this, but if you've got a newer version, version 9.04.02 or later, you'll notice that there's this area up the top here with these buttons, and these are just common locations where you can store your data. It's not limited to what's available here. You can customize this. The first button is your default folder. Now if you install the program and you don't change anything, your default folder is the Kintraks folder, which is inside your user documents. And if you click on this link here, you can see, I'll just move that down, you can see the contents of that folder. So there's our database files, a registration key, language file, and the various folders that the program uses. Okay, get rid of that. The next one along is Dropbox. Dropbox, there's two versions of Dropbox. There's a paid version and there's a free version which gives you about 2 gigabytes of online storage, and it costs you nothing. So this is what I recommend you do. You won't need that much space for your data, but you can put your own personal files and things there as well. It's a very handy program. The next one is OneDrive. OneDrive comes with Windows, although you can get the program for Mac and Linux if you want to sync between different operating systems as well. Google Drive. Google is probably the most generous one. I think they give you about 15 gigabytes of storage, so it's very good value and it costs you nothing. Yep. And then iCloud, which is the Mac program. Once again, iCloud is available for Windows as well, so if you've got an iCloud account you can use that on your Windows computer to sync your databases as well. Now these locations may not suit you, so we have a button here to select a custom database folder. It can be a online sync database location, or it could be just somewhere else on your computer, like a USB drive or something like that. And the last button allows you to search for a particular database and move it to one of these locations. So if we install these programs and you click on the button, say Dropbox, it should come up with no databases found. If it comes up with an error message that you haven't installed it, then you have to go and install the program and have it running when you start up your computer, which will do automatically. So we want to move some of our databases to Dropbox so we can access them everywhere else. So we'll go back to our home folder and we'll click this link to open Explorer window. Now while that's open, we'll go to Dropbox, and all you need to do is just drag a couple of these across, the ones you want to use, and they'll appear in this window here. Okay, we'll close that now. So now if we click on the Dropbox location, we can see that our databases files have been copied there, and also the other things the program uses, such as the registration key and the various folders and pictures and things that go with that. Now because we've chosen that as our location, if we close the program with that location open, next time we open it, it will go straight to that location. Your old files still exist in your home folder. It's a good idea, so you don't get confused, to perhaps rename that folder so it doesn't show up in the program anymore. You don't want to get into a bad situation where you're accidentally working on your old data and your new data on different databases. So this is the Kintraks folder, which is inside your documents, and we're just going up one level so we can see the folder, and I'm just going to right click and rename it to Kintraks Old, like that, and close it. So now when we click the home folder, we don't get those showing up, although they're still on our computer. And our Dropbox one has our files. Now, very important with these types of programs that when you start up a different computer, that you wait until the little icon down the bottom here isn't displaying the updating symbol. So if we click on the Dropbox icon, you can see it's up to date. So you always make sure that's correct, because if it's still updating the data from another computer and then you start working on the copy that you've got, you'll get conflict, and it will create an extra database with the conflict, and you've got to try and merge them and things. So as long as you wait that few seconds when you start your computer and there's no blue Dropbox icon showing up on here, it says up to date, then you're right to go. And also, when you finish working on your data, don't turn your computer off until there's no blue icon down here as well, because otherwise those changes won't be transferred to the internet. Now, because the database updates as you save things and that, it's going on all the time, so it normally only takes a second or two. If you have any questions, feel free to post on the Facebook page or send me an email to our support inbox. I hope you enjoy the program.